Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of March 13, Friday. I'm Risa Diaz. Starting off today's rush with the health department recording 3 more fatalities linked to the coronavirus disease, bringing the total death toll to 5. These include the 5th case, a 62-year-old Filipino who was the country's first confirmed local transmission of the virus, and his 59-year-old Filipino wife. The couple were residents of Rizal who were admitted to the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine, or RITM. The woman died of severe pneumonia on March 11, while her husband passed away a day later after suffering acute respiratory distress syndrome. The other casualty was known as Case 37, an 88-year-old Filipina from Pasig who died of acute respiratory failure on March 11. Now, all of the fatalities died less than a week after being tested positive for the virus. Including the 3 new casualties, the number of COVID-19 cases in the country has jumped to 52 overnight. Here's what we know so far about them. The 3 new cases of COVID-19 in the country are all Filipinos. This brings the total number of infected Filipinos to 47. Only case number 52 had traveled outside the country, particularly in the United Kingdom, while cases 50 to 51 have no travel history and did not make any contact with other patients. The 3 new patients were admitted to separate hospitals, the Medical City in Pasig, Makati Medical Center, and the Asian Hospital in Muntinlupa. The Medical City and Makati Med are now the facilities who contain the most number of COVID-19 positive patients in the country. 2 of the new cases both reside in Quezon City, while the other one is still for validation. The Interagency Task Force on COVID-19 has raised its response status to the COVID-19 pandemic to code red sub-level 2 as President Duterte addressed the nation Thursday night. Reading from the resolution prepared by the task force, Duterte said, land and domestic air and sea travel to and from the National Capital Region will be suspended starting Sunday, that's March 15, until April 14. The month-long local travel ban is still subject to daily review by the task force. Class suspensions in all levels in Metro Manila will also be extended until April 12.
So, walang lumipad ang mga travel is limited, pero itong mga railways sa baba, okay yan. At the same time, observe again social distancing.
Now, as for foreign travel, the government has allowed OFW travel to mainland China except in Hubei province. Those traveling from countries with localized transmission will be denied entry here, except for Filipinos and permanent resident visa holders.
Balik manggagawa overseas Filipino workers shall be allowed to travel to mainland China except to Hubei province upon execution of a declaration signifying their knowledge and understanding of the risk involved. The entry travel restriction shall be imposed upon those traveling from countries with localized COVID-19 transmission, except for Filipino citizens, including their foreign spouse and children, if any, holders of permanent resident visa.
Reduced workforce in government offices is now also being sought. Flexible working setup is also urged among the private sector, except for some industry areas.
So work in the executive department shall be suspended during this period without prejudice to the formation of skeletal workforces of government by government agencies in order to maintain the unimpeded delivery of services to the public. Ito namang flexible work arrangement shall likewise be encouraged in the private sector. All manufacturing, retail, and service establishments are advised to remain in operation during said period.
While longer class suspensions have been enforced, Duterte again reminded that students should be at home studying. He added that the police and military have been instructed to implement the order. Duterte clarified the situation is far from being another martial law scenario.
I do not want anybody interfering in your enjoyment as a citizen of this republic. Ayaw ko na masita kayo ng police pati military. It could be messy. Hindi ito martial law. It is not a martial law. It's not even something extraordinary. But what is sought to be solved here is again, walang iba except to fight the virus and to exact compliance.
Now, amid continuous efforts from the local health professionals and Pinoy-developed testing kits, Duterte said China is willing to extend a helping hand should the Philippines need it.
But China, President Xi Jinping, for all of his goodness to us, wrote me a letter and said that he is willing to help. All we have to do is to ask. And maybe, I hope it would not reach to that point, but maybe we will need your help. Salamat po.
Despite the partial lockdown, Interior Secretary Ed Año clarifies that employees who reside outside Metro Manila may still be allowed to enter the capital region. This is if employees will be able to provide IDs at the checkpoints to be placed within the region's boundaries. Año encourages the private sector to devise a work-from-home setup and allow a flexible working schedule to lessen the number of commuters. He added that the DILG will impose measures on social distancing in buses, LRT, and MRT. COVID-19 testing kits from UP are now ready for field validation, but a former health secretary says it may be better to use tried and tested kits from the WHO. Ria Fernandez has the report.
Researchers here at the University of the Philippines are working overtime to develop the COVID-19 test kit. Done with its clinical trial, they are now preparing for its field validation. According to its project leader, the protocol is up for review by the National Institute of Health Ethics Committee. Once given the go signal, they will start testing the kits on at least 1,000 patients.
O iti-test ka namin using the Department of Health testing, but should we be willing to be part of this field validation study by collecting a second set of specimen? Pag mag-consent, pag mag-yes, we collect. Pag mag-no, it will not change the way they are being treated in the hospital.
Destura said they can finish the test in 1.5 days with subjects chosen from 5 hospitals that agreed to participate in the testing.
Test kits with positive results will be brought in this laboratory of the Philippine Genome Center here in UP Diliman. They will undergo a so-called gene sequencing process to verify that it is indeed the gene of the COVID-19 that has been detected.
For Iloilo Representative Janet Garin, the former health secretary, the process is costly and that the UP test kit is yet to be evaluated by the World Health Organization. Garin added that it would be more prudent to use tried and tested kits from the WHO.
Again, I am in support of trials, pero wag naman po nating let us not divert the attention of the people. Kasi ngayon andun na yung claymore. O bumili na ng test kit. Ano bang importante? Importante ngayon ang DOH tumawag na sa WHO at sabihin, eto, marami kaming mga kaso, we need more test kits.
UP Executive Vice President Eudoro Herbosa argued, however, that the WHO is not a governing body, adding that the Food and Drug Administration regulates medical products for use in the country.
So once a government approves it, it can be used by the government. Ang sisisihin nyo, gobyerno, pag may problema. Tama? Hindi ang WHO.
As of now, Testuda said the UP test kit is nearing the acceptable level of sensitivity, specificity, and accuracy, which is at 95% of global standards. For News 5, Ria Fernandez, we are One News.
It's not just persons. Businesses here in the country are also taking a hit from the pandemic. But cabinet official under self-quarantine says the impact could taper off by mid-year. Dale De Vera has the story.
Since reports of local transmission was confirmed by the Health Department, 70% of the spa center in Bonifacio Global City's clientele canceled their appointments. But for the owners, it's still business as usual.
Somehow, because of what we've been doing, how to prevent it, then we have a calculated risk. Hindi naman kami nagsara. Although, of course, we understand the worry of the public and we put their safety first.
Anjali assured their customers that they've been conducting preventive measures for health safety in the spa. They even distribute face masks and vitamins. Over in Manila, small business near Rizal Park, a favorite spot for tourists, are feeling the pinch of the outbreak.
Kadalasan ng mga suki namin yung namamasyal saka yung nagpipid trip sa Ocean Park. Ay ngayon medyo wala na.
In fact, scheduled field trips at the Manila Ocean Park have been suspended.
Nung wala pa yung local cases, we still had a lot of, meron pa rin tayong local guests. But since last week na meron ng local cases, so medyo bumaba talaga ang ating mga negosyo or let's say ang visitorship dito sa park natin.
But for business analysts like Astro Del Castillo, the COVID-19's impact on the economy might worsen as cases continue to rise, with people now preferring to stay at home indefinitely.
Pag medyo nag-normalize na yan, medyo bumaba, kahit wala pang cure, mas maganda sana may cure, then siguro doon natin makikita na pagsigla ulit ng mga businesses.
Del Castillo adds the businesses, especially small ones, need government support. Tax collecting agencies are looking at the possibility of providing for some relief measures. But while the virus is still spreading, for Finance Chief Sonny Dominguez, there's no saying how things will pan out.
If it goes until the end of the year, all bets are off. But again, I think the most reasonable assumption is that somewhere around the middle of the year, you should see a return to full normalcy already.
For News 5, Dale De Vera, we're One News.
With less than 2 days before the partial lockdown, commuters are expected to rush in and out of Metro Manila. Hannibal Telete is reporting live in Cubao to give us the latest on the ground. Hannibal, kamusta? Dagsana ba yung mga biyahero natin sa mga bus stations?
Riza, walang malinaw na naging hakbang ang mga bus company dito sa EDSA sa Cubao na bumabiyahing probinsya sa naging direktiba ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Ito ay kasunod na i-anunsyo ang lockdown sa Metro Manila kaugnay ng pagtaas ng COVID-19 alert level ng bansa sa Code Red Sub-Level 2 na ibig sabihin ay hindi papayagan ang lahat ng uri ng biyahe papasok at papalabas ng Metro Manila simula March 15 hanggang April 14. Nag-aantay na lamang umano sila ng formal na direktiba mula sa kanilang management. Sa ngayon ay nanatiling normal ang kanilang biyahe ng mga bus na ibig sabihin ay business as usual sa mga oras na ito, Riza. Sa Ninoy Aquino International Airport naman, normal din ang sitwasyon at tuloy pa ang biyahe sa loob at labas ng bansa. Samantalan, sa may bahagi naman ng Mandaluyong Riza, nagsagawa ng disinfection ang mga otoridad ng Mandaluyong. Ito ay sa pangunguna ng grupong Maging Alerto Mandaleño Fire Rescue Association. Binugahan ng tubig na may halong pang-disinfect ang mga bangketa at mga kalye sa lungsod. Ito ay para mailayo sa sakit ang mga residente ng Mandaluyong. Riza?
Maraming salamat. That was Hannibal Telete reporting live from Cubao. Ride-hailing services have implemented measures to abide by authorities' directives to practice social distancing. Grab is suspending its Grab Share services starting noon today, both in Metro Manila and Cebu. Other services like Grab Car, Grab Car Premium, Grab Car 6-seater, and even Grab Food will remain available. Now, on the other hand, Angkas discouraged its patrons to take unnecessary trips. But if it can't be avoided, passengers are urged to bring their own head caps and face masks in light of the company's dwindling supply. Angkas also advised its users to bring their own alcohol or sanitizer to clean up the helmet, handles, and bike seat before they hop on. The firm says their driver partners will practice the same precautions. And that's how today is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.